Welcome to Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly. This is primarily a drone show. We'll be sharing adventures from all over the world. We hope to have interesting guests every week, and we're glad that you tuned in tonight. We'll be flying different drones in different locations. We encourage viewer participation in the chat. If you have a question, don't be afraid to ask. Every week we'll have another interesting guest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We'll be sharing various adventures by our guests as well as myself. And thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly Live. And happy Halloween, everybody. You know, today is Halloween, and I hope you're all having a great day. You've been out there trick-or-treating, going door to door, getting your goodies. And I know a lot of you are probably watching in costume tonight, but I thought about putting the costume on, but then I said, no, I'll have to go up in the attic and get it. And I said, no, no. But maybe our guests will have costumes on today. You just never know. So, but welcome everybody, welcome, and thank you for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it, uh, and I got a great show with two great guests, and we're gonna have a good time. And there's no doubt in my mind about it. But I tell you, I got to tell you about yesterday. Yesterday, I have had the privilege, and I always call it a privilege to fly with somebody else. And Rob Kamada invited me to go fly with him at a secret spot, uh, and I took him up on it because I wanted to fly there for a couple of years now. But that spot is the tower, the famous tower at Jones Beach, and him and I went there at sunrise yesterday, and we got in an awesome flight, a couple of flights actually. And Rob is, a great pilot. He's a great drone pilot, and he's got that DJI Avata too. He's going FPV on us, like most of you guys are doing. I see JC was number one in the chat tonight, and I was glad to see that. But he's big time FPV now, and we'll be showing his video a little later. Um, but Rob let me fly his Avata, and I really am appreciative of that because the first time he offered it to me, I chickened out. I didn't want a chance crashing it, God forbid, on his maiden day of flying it, and I would have crashed. I would have felt terrible. But yesterday he offered it to me again, and I took him up on it. So I want to say thank you to Rob, and it was fun. I have to say, it was fun flying the Avata. So that might be my first step towards going FPV. You just never know, you know. Um, but it was different. I'll have to say it was totally different. Um, but I shouldn't say that because I actually flew it like a GPS drone. So it's I had a good time though, and that's the bottom line. And I gotta, and again, I know I'm talking about Rob a lot, and I'm gonna get into welcoming everybody shortly. But Rob has progressed in the 3 or 4 weeks he had this Avata. He's really got it down now. He zips around, and I mean, I would have never ever thought he would have flew over to the Jones Beach Tower and did it orbit around, but he did. So kudos to you, Rob, really, and I mean it, and thanks again for inviting me yesterday. But listen, I want to invite everybody in the chat, and JC, like I said, he was number one. Um, Chris, have drone will fly. How you doing? And John Olson's there. He's right here on Long Island, and I was hoping to get together with John before I head back to Florida, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I only got 15 days left here. So, but I'm looking forward to going to Florida because then I get a chance to fly with Al again down there from the South Florida Drone Flyers. And it's always good to fly with Al. And we share our secret spots down there, as most of you know. You know, I call them secret spots, and then I tell everybody about them, and I post them on YouTube. But it's all about having fun, no doubt about it. And I saw Captain Joe. How you doing? Good to see you. Stephen Drones, how you doing? And I know I saw Lee, Yellow Rose Drones, and number 52, Barkley, 107 Drones, all the way from Nashville is in the house. And Dustin, One Vision Aerial, how you doing? Smokey Bear, 262, how you doing? Good to see you. And Northside Hawk, Dominic, hello. I'm going up the list, guys, and just give me a few minutes because the guy Tony's in the back room. He's eating the shrimp and lobster that I left back there for him. And we got number 13 checking in, Gary Brent Ariels. He's going to join us at the South Florida Drone Meetup all the way from Canada. And I'm so glad about that. John, Flying Flint Media, how you doing? Twin Brook Acres, how you doing? And Michael Lane, how you doing, Night Train? Good to see you. Jerry Bowers in the house. How you doing, Jerry? And I think I said Rob already. Yeah, Rob's in the house. How you doing, Rob? Maddie's Drone World. How you doing? But anyway, we'll get back to the names shortly, and I'll try to welcome the people as they come in. But I got a great show scheduled. We'll talk about the tip of the week. Nothing sophisticated. We'll do the monthly giveaway for the Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly hat. So it's going to be a fun night. And again, I don't want to leave Tony in the back room too long. Tony Fazio of Quadcopters and Tech, give him a warm welcome because I'm bringing him in. How you doing, Tony?
What's happening, everybody?
Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. Happy Halloween. Up,
Yes,
up.
Halloween.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you know, I didn't know whether or not you were going to be in costume or not.
There's we got pumpkins.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah. It's a beautiful evening. Rain on and off, but yeah, it's good. It's been a busy week for drone live streams. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. It seems like, well, again, we got the guide, and there's great live streams every night, every day. A lot of times people are going live during the day now too. Know?
Yeah, it's good they everyone got their info back to Johnny for that guide. I tried doing that a couple of years back, and it was just so hard to keep track. And now it's off the charts. I mean, he needs another spreadsheet.
Yeah, no, I know he does a great job on that. And it makes it so much easier. You can just look, see who's on, whichever night it is. And before I forget, I want to tell you that Robbie, um, from the World Drone Community is going to be back on tonight, right after this show. And be sure to tune in to see him and Al. And, Monday nights is busy. You got the Grumpy Vlogger at 8, and then you got Drone Nation at 9 o'clock with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford and DeMarco Moore. But, Tony, we got to talk about your very, very successful meetup that you had in Vernon, New Jersey. You
Did you
know,
have?
I had a great time, and it was so much fun. Finally meeting you in person and your son Nicholas and the
Yeah,
rest of the group that was there.
we had a great turnout. I didn't expect everyone that made it from the New York Five Boroughs and Beyond Drone Group to actually find their way there, because as you know, it wasn't a straightforward drive. You had to cut through the Appalachian Trail a little bit. Um, you didn't have to hit Route 66, but but you were good.
Well, well, I tell you, I'm not that familiar with upstate New York. I've only been up there a few times, a handful of times, but it was a nice ride for me. And then I got to stop at the tap. Well, I still call it the Tappan Zee Bridge, but that one has since been knocked down, and now I got the Mario Cuomo Bridge. So I stopped there for a little bit, and I flew there, and then I went up to your meetup, and I had a great time. I really did.
Yeah, I saw that spot you flew from. That was a great spot at
Yeah,
the
that
bridge.
park was really, really nice, and it was conducive to flying drones.
Yeah, I think I photobombed your droney a couple times. That was 2 or 3 takes, if I remember right.
Well, you know what was going on at that park, and again, I would have loved to went around and seen it, but the kids they were making scarecrows in the parking lot, and I would have loved to seen some of them, but I didn't want to waste that much time. I wanted to
Yeah,
get up and meet you guys and fly with you guys.
yeah.
But you had such a great turnout for that meetup. You really did.
You there when Static Scott was flying the jet?
Yeah, that was very impressive. Well, he
Big,
started it off. He started it off with an FPV drone
right.
taking off and dropping parachutes.
Yeah, yeah. That was parachute
You
flying,
know,
right?
and it's funny because I could have queued up my video on it too, but I had shown that already. So I have your video queued up. So we're gonna show a little bit of
Yeah,
that. All right.
he's fun
Um,
with jets.
and and maybe you can narrate as it's playing or whatever, and
Okay.
hopefully I'll I get it to share, no problem. But there you go, Tony. Is it showing?
So,
Is it
so
showing?
I took a shortcut down uh, Route 84 West, which heads to Port Jervis. So I'm driving in this spot on Texas Rescue.
Wow, it's loud. Okay.
Yeah, so
Very, very cool.
so we're here in Maple Grange Park. The winds are a little gusty. 21 knots at the moment. It was calm before, and hopefully it turns out to be a good day. So the wind settled down a little bit. It's still up to 21 knots down at ground level, but up at, I think it was 30 feet and 100 feet, the wind is only 8 knots. We took a couple flights. We took the Mini 3 Pro up, no problem at all. It's just close to 1 o'clock. Hopefully we'll start seeing some of you coming, and hopefully we have a good day flying and find a nice place to do a sunset photo.
Yep. It was a great park. It really is. I really was impressed with it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's a good video. And a lot of the guys there were brave enough to fly over to the mountain range.
Yeah. We're going to try the XO Mini Pro in 21 mile an hour gusts.
Yeah.
It should do fine. And it should do fine.
I tell you, that drone did impress me. It did.
Raised
Yeah.
selfie shot. Hey, who's that guy?
Yeah, who was he? And the colors, we had some great fall foliage. Yeah, so that was great. That was really, really great.
So if you see
Uh,
that shot that's on the
Three,
screen right
two, one.
and that was a great launch, by the way.
now, Tammy and Max came by,
Yeah.
Xavier and Irving, and
So the meetup was a success. We had a lot of fun. There was a good showing of Autel. And
how many hotels?
I've said this a couple of times before, but the people of the New York Five Boroughs Drone Group and beyond are some of the best people I've come to know. So we'll see you soon.
Very, very cool. Very cool. I tell you, I enjoyed that. Yeah. So again, you did a great job. You and Nicholas, you did a great job with that meetup.
It's almost pitch dark out here now.
I know. I'm glad you turned on the light. You know.
So yeah, so it said it was a good meetup. I think there were 5 Autel lights, one Evo 2 Pro. There was an Avata showing. Who was that? Who came with the Avata? You remember? Irving?
It was Irv. Yeah, a fella named Irv. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's funny. I've been collecting parts for the Avata. I don't have one yet, but
Okay.
bought Dono's rib riders. I got 2 Billy's jock straps. They got delivered today. So I got the orange props. I got motors to swap out. So hopefully sometime in the spring I'll grab one.
Yeah, yeah, no. I tell you, I'm impressed with that Avata. I'm not an FPV guy. I don't claim to be. You know, that was the only time I flew one, but I was impressed with it. And I watched. You know, we got a celebrity in the house, just to let you know, Tony. Eddie Nunez is in the house, just to let you know.
Oh,
So how you doing, Eddie? And he's one of the best Avata pilots that I know too. So
um, yeah,
but it was fun flying that drone.
didn't that you flew it in GPS mode in normal.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
plan. That's all I plan on doing with it. I might flip it into manual just to try my luck with it, but I have no urge of flipping. I'm going to use the Cinewoop the way a Cinewoop's made to be used, going through tight spaces and all. That's all I want for it.
No, I mean, I watch the videos. I watch a lot of FPV videos. I do. I try to learn just by
Right.
watching, but the best way is to actually do it. But again, I'm so impressed with the way guys can zip around with these FPV drones. Really, what they do with them is incredible. But anyway, we lost Tony, but he'll be back hopefully. And again, Eddie, I really mean it when I say that. You're one of the best pilots I know. So, and how you doing, Razor Drones? Good to see you. And I think I don't know if I said hello to Charles Goluski. How you doing? All right, Tony, you're back. Good.
Yeah, little adjustment to make.
Yeah. Okay. Um, but yeah, but your son Nicholas flew that
The
Exo
fact,
drone.
oh, the EXO, right?
And I really didn't think too much of that drone, but when I saw it in person and the way it flew in those winds that day, I was impressed.
There were some pretty hefty gusts, and and I live along a river, and I flew the Mini 3 a distance up the river, and I lost signal, and I pulled it back home. I sent the EXO on the same path, and I got a half a mile further
Oh,
than
really?
Pro. Now, I don't know if anyone who owns it has done the upgrade yet. I haven't flown it yet. I did do the upgrade, but DJI claims this firmware, which also adds remote ID, increases the range. So I
Okay.
find there was a range problem between the DJI RC and the Mini 3 Pro, and supposedly that's resolved now. So maybe Saturday or Sunday coming up, I'll take it on that same flight and see if there's a difference.
Yeah, right, right. Well, you know, a lot of times, and it happened to me with the Mavic 3, but when you do an update, it can really affect the flying or the performance of a drone, you know?
Right.
You know, we all heard about the issues with the satellites, with the my favorite drone, you know, the Mavic 3, you know, and I was very concerned about that satellite issue. But I contacted DJI and they assured me it was going to be corrected, and they finally did correct it, you know. So firmware updates can cause problems, you know, and I think Tony froze up again, but that's all right. So anyway, hopefully he'll come back. And while we're talking about
I
these
still on,
firmware
or is the
updates, I received a call yesterday from Al Cercione of the South Florida Drone Flyers, and he had done his firmware update for his Air 2S. And when he did it, unfortunately, he couldn't get the drone to fly again after it. Something happened where it wouldn't turn on, and he was telling me that there was a error 30064 code showing up. Hey, Tony, you're back.
cellular connection this evening. So
Yeah,
hopefully,
that's all right. You know, I'm just glad you're back.
yeah.
So, but Al, I don't know if you're still in the chat. If you want to, you know, talk about it in the chat, maybe you could tell everybody a little bit more about it. But DJI assured him they were going to send him a new drone because of this firmware issue. So I was glad to hear that for Al's sake. Now, have you ever had other issues with a firmware update, Tony?
No, I haven't had issues with firmware. How you doing? Happy Halloween. Have a good night.
You gotta bear with Tony. He's giving out trick or treats there.
They left me in charge of the basket.
Oh, this is great, Tony. This is great. You know. So, but okay, yeah. So Dominic is saying that 30064, and let me put it up there, seems to be a common problem. Yeah. So, but um, I'm sure they'll correct it. No doubt about it. We all know DJI is the best, right, Tony? Don't you agree with that statement?
Is Max in the chat?
Not yet, anyway.
He,
And I know
he's
you're an hotel guy. You're an hotel guy.
you know, I started with DJI. My son has my Mini. I have the Mini 3 Pro, but I love my Autel Lite Plus. And speaking of Autel, did you see the leaks? Actually, it wasn't a leak. Ken Booth from Autel posted them in the Autel group. The pictures of the new RC that will work on the Nano, it will work on the Lite, and the new Evo 2 version 3.
Oh, okay.
It's only 800 nits. So I am speculating that it's going to be, and I'm hoping, and I've heard some utterances that the price is going to be closer to the DJI RC than the DJI RC Pro. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to grab this thing for 500 or less. I'm hoping. I haven't seen any guesses on prices yet for it though, but it's a nice looking RC.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I tell you, I was impressed with all those Ortel Evos that were at your meetup. Really. You know, I've never seen so many, to be honest with you.
I that wasn't planned.
Yeah. But they flew great. They really did.
They do, and I think Dono had mentioned it. the Evo 2 flies like a tank. I mean, and I never flew one, so I can't relate. But the Evo Light flies to me just like a DJI.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Rob Kamada, he let me fly his Evo 2 Pro, and for the few minutes that I flew it, I was impressed with it. It didn't seem to be as smooth as a DJI drone. That's the
It's
only
heavy.
thing I will say.
It's a heavy drone. The cool
Yes.
thing about the Evo 2s have a skeleton. So that orange case, whereas with the DJI drone, your case is the whole frame. With the Autel Evo uh, 2 series, they have a skeleton, and then that orange casing is just a skin.
Okay. Yep.
So
Well,
it's a very
I like the color. I like that orange color. I do.
I like the white. I like the white.
Oh, you like the white. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I wish DJI would offer colors. I don't think it would be that difficult to do. And I guess, somebody said they did it with maybe
Yeah,
a
they had
Tello a long time ago.
a white Mavic Pro. It was the
Oh,
art.
okay.
Yeah, they had a white one, and I think they had one that was like a dove gray as opposed to a charcoal, something to that effect.
Yeah, well, thinking about it, my Phantom 4 was white, yes. And then the guy who taught me, his Phantom 4 was black, but he had the
Oh,
Pro. I guess the
anything.
Pro.
Okay. Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
seen anything
So,
white fan.
but like Maddie says, yeah, you can always put a skin on it from Decal Girl.
But a Matty.
Yeah. And Gary's saying red, white, and black. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mean to be rude to you, Tony, but I do try to read the comments. And a lot of times I miss most of them, to be honest with you.
I can't see him normally. If I'm at home on a stream, I have the chat open, but I'm on an iPad. You know, Maddie even messaged me, said my audio was a little broken up, so I apologize if that's the case. But
Yeah,
dealing.
no, that's all right. Um, it's coming across pretty good, and I like the way you're out there, giving out your trick or treats.
Uh, it's
Yeah,
dark,
so
dark out
I
here.
mean, it is Halloween.
Yeah.
So, hey, Eric, how you doing, Eric? Good to see you. Michael Drones, and good to see you. I don't know if I said hello to you earlier, but I think now might be a good time for the tip of the week, Tony. So let me
Good.
talk about the tip of the week. It takes about a minute. And this week's tip of the week is to use a landing pad or takeoff pad when you're flying. But a big thing is when you do use one, make sure those stakes, and I wish I got the pad back there, but I don't have the stakes handy. But make sure the stakes are down level with the ground,
Yep.
because if not, if you come down and you land off center, your props can hit the stake and damage your props. So just a little tip. And I won't mention any names. I did actually witness it happen at the Jersey meetup.
Yeah.
Somebody landed. Luckily, they didn't damage their props.
What was cool in that discussion was the first one to hit it was flying an Autel, and we
Yep.
learned something about Autel drone that day that none of us knew. And if one of their props hits something, that prop and that prop only powers down.
Right.
That
Right.
motor shuts down. So it happened 3 or 4. It did
Yeah.
happen
Yeah.
a few times.
It's
And then
true.
somebody
It's
pushed the
true.
stakes all the way.
Right. 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 But if anybody has any questions or comments for Tony, feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them. And again, I want to say thank you all for watching tonight. You could be out trick or treating, and yet you're here watching this live stream. So, thank you all, really. Um,
Good.
and
So
I,
where
I
are you?
have I have some bad news about JC. Just to let you guys know, I'm sure some of you might have seen his last video that he posted, and I'm going to show it shortly. Um, but he had an issue with his Avada, and that's all I'll say right now. Um, because I think that you all know that I think the world of JC. Um, but he had an issue, and I wish he was here to talk about it. But I'm going to do my best to explain it. But I'm going to share his video right now, Tony. Okay, and he loves flying his Avata, and the title of this video is "Oh Hell." So, and let's see if anybody can figure out what's going to happen. And JC puts out cool videos. Look at that. And what a great location to fly right here by the lake. You know? But he's going along, and I was impressed watching him fly, because I like flying by the water myself, you know. And this is my first time seeing JC fly his Avata over the water. He's usually flying through construction sites and through trees, but he's going along here, and he's giving us I guess you could say, an Avata tour of the lake. And I like your soundtrack too, JC. Yeah. What do you think's gonna happen? Anybody want to take a guess? Think he's gonna hit a tree or what? I tell you, JC, you're really flying good, and I gotta say, and that's exactly what I was saying to myself when I was watching it. But I knew by your title that something was gonna happen. You know. No, that would have been something if an alligator did jump out. Reptilian says it's going in the water, and Gary says trees are dicks. Yeah. But look at all these comments we're getting, JC. Bird strike. Very suspenseful video. Yeah. DJI refresh time. Oh boy. Here we go. Oh man, I'm telling you, JC, you don't know. And that's basically that was my response too when I was when I was watching it. I couldn't believe it, JC. So what do you think about that, Tony? Yeah? Tony? No audio? Okay, he'll be back. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was saying to myself, JC. Um, I felt bad, you know. And again, I thought it might have been fishing line, like Gary says here, maybe the angler, you know, and it's you never know. Hey, Tony, you're back.
I couldn't hear you. I had to reload.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. So what'd you think about JC's flight with his Zavada?
It's sad when something like that happens, but
Yeah,
it's
it
nice.
is. We felt bad for you, JC, but I'm glad DJI is taking care of you, and they're gonna send you a new one. You got the refresh, and I guess it's always good to have refresh on your DJI drones, right, Tony?
Refresh and State Farm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. State Farm. Yep. That's the other alternative. And I have State Farm on this baby. So
On Maddie's last night, we were talking about that you have a love for that drone.
oh yeah, definitely. I I I I mean I do. I really do. You know. I enjoy flying it.
Yeah.
I
What do you
do.
think about 3 Classic?
I think it's gonna be a great drone for a lot of people, you know.
I'd love
Um
to just buy the drone itself. The drone and a Flymore kit.
yeah, yeah. No, it's gonna make a lot of people happy, you
Yeah.
know. And a lot of people will be upgrading, you know, whether they have an Air 2 or an Air 2S, maybe they'll be upgrading or selling theirs and getting the classic. And
It would be about $1,000 for the drone, and what is it, like 1,300 for the package, something like
that's
that.
what they're saying. Yeah, 1400 is like the going price right now, but we'll find out.
DJI.
And we could tell everybody how DJI is the best because Max is in the house now. Hey Max, how you doing?
Happened to Mac. So
So anyway, good to see you. Thank you for popping
you
in.
know how Max feels about DJI, and it's close to his heart.
Yeah, Matt. I think Maddie's gonna go get this Mavic 3 Classic too. Yeah.
Yeah, right after he gets the DJI FPV and the Avata, right,
I
Maddie?
know. You could just keep buying drones. That's what happens, you
Yeah,
know.
I got more trick or treaters.
Okay.
Should we
Just
put
to
them
let
on?
everybody know, the newcomers, that Tony is giving out trick or treats as he's on the live stream tonight, which is very nice of him. Oh, hey, happy Halloween! Happy Halloween! Well, this is a first. Yeah. So anyway, we got trick or treaters on the live stream. Oh, look at these costumes too, guys.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's live.
Hey, I like your costume. Happy Halloween.
Oh, you threw that over
Are you
there.
Mr. Beast?
I can't see it.
Yeah, I'll get it. You got it?
Did
Okay.
I get it?
No, it's not Mr. Beast. Did you get one?
Oh,
Somewhere.
You're welcome.
thank you.
Okay.
I can't find it.
You got one? You sure?
I got it.
Okay.
The miracle.
Wow, it's getting busy. You're getting busy over there, Tony.
They're coming like crazy now.
Yeah. No, that's good. And like I say, this is different. You know,
Right. Secret spot?
trick or treaters on the live stream. Who would have thought this was gonna happen tonight?
Have a good night.
But let me go back to my format because I'm all thrown off here on my format.
Here's a-
And I'm waiting for Nicholas to pop in the back room. You know, he said he was out trick or treating, and he might be doing it from the road or whatever.
Yeah, he had it. Hopefully he connects in before it's too late.
Yeah. But then again, he might not have thought about the lighting issue, you know?
Well, yeah.
So, but anyway, we got a good crowd in the house. And again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Um, but back to the format, we're going to show. Let me see. I know I have. Yeah, I got one of Johnny's videos queued up. So I'm going to show a little of that now. And again, it's sort of an FPV drone, but it's got a twist. So let's see if we can share this. And this is Johnny Drone Flyer, and he's going to fly the Mini 3 FPV style. And I tell you, look at him. He's zipping along over the water. You know, very, very cool. I've never done that. I've never flown in FPV mode. Have you, Tony?
Yeah, you just change the gimbal to FPV.
Right. Yeah, and then you get the tilt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But this was sort of different. This is not the way Johnny usually flies.
Yeah.
And he's got another great location to fly from right there. And he's been getting together with Joe, Captain Joe, and they've been having these mini meetups. And I gotta say, it's good to see that, you know. Now, do you fly with a lot of people up there, or you primarily fly by yourself, Tony? All
By
right.
myself. It's more fun flying with people.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Now, do you fly a lot with Nicholas, your son?
When I'm down in by him, yeah, I do.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That was my first flight. Was on his DJI POS.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I tell you, it was a pleasure meeting him, you know. And
Yeah, he's a good kid.
I enjoy seeing that, you know, a father flying with his son. I've done it a few times with my son out in California, you know. And we got Vincent in the house, just to let you know. Vincent, Drone and New Visuals, how you doing? Good to see you.
I got to get under a tree or something. It's starting to rain.
Oh yeah, now you got rain coming down. Oh man. Okay, this is the first too. Somebody on the live stream in the rain. Well, do what you got to do. You know,
It's
either that or get an umbrella.
it's drizzling.
But that's good. Yeah.
Then I'll look like the live weatherman.
Yeah. But you just never know when you're doing something live. You just never know what's going to happen. You know. So. Yeah, I'm really hoping that Nicholas can come in and join us for a few minutes anyway.
Should be very close, if anything.
Yeah, I know. And I'm trying to, like I say, keep an eye on the chat. See if anybody has any questions for you. Hey, Jack, Lake Pilot, good to see you. Yep. You know, and it's funny, not funny, but, you know, you try to remember where everybody's from, and it's hard to do, especially when you get my age. You can't remember anything, you know. So, hey, Akarasho's in the house. How you doing? Warren, good to see you. Yeah. So, and I know I hope everybody's got their Powerball tickets because it's up to $1 billion. You realize how many drones you could buy with that kind of money?
A lot.
I know, I know. But you know, Johnny passed the word about the Autel Nano Plus, I guess, and that's on sale right now
You
for
want to go?
709.
Come here.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oh, my wife is saying there's a full-size shark at the front door.
a little fireman.
Hey, there he is. How you doing? Happy Halloween.
Say happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
Say hello.
Hey. Now, that's a good little costume. I like it. You know?
Okay, he made it.
Hey, there he is. How you doing?
Good.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Yep.
Love your costume, by the way.
Hey, I like the costume. I really do.
My dinosaur. I've been riding around the town.
Oh, this is a first. I'm telling you guys, this is a first. So, this is great. Good to see you again, Nick.
Good seeing you too. It was
You know,
fun.
we had such a good time at the meetup with you guys. And I was very, very impressed with you flying that exo drone.
Yeah, we're gonna do another spot up here in Vernon soon.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was good. It was great. You know,
Nice line of sight flights, and
you had a good turnout. You really did.
of 17 people showed up.
Yeah, no, that was a total success. You know, a lot of look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, this is great. I'm telling you. It really is. I mean, I guess I could put on a little costume too. You know, I could put on my MP hat,
Perfect.
and there you go. You know,
Yep.
so I'm in costume now. I'm back in my MP days.
Uh,
So,
what are we
but
talking about?
no, we were just talking about the different drones that were at the meetup there. You know,
Something about the X.
Oh
with
yeah.
your
So the
and
Exo
there were
unit.
a lot more um, Autel drones. I didn't
Yeah.
think there were going to be that many Autel drones there.
DJI guy. So I'm sticking to my DJIs.
Yeah, you know, but um, no. I'm trying to look at the comments as I'm talking to you,
Yeah, we're having.
and you're getting a lot more people at your house there than I'm getting here. I guess we had about 30 kids come.
Yeah, we get a lot. We're in a little community here, and you know we have a lot of. We're not busy streets, so all the kids go out and just walk everywhere, and
Yeah.
we're only about 10 minutes from where the meetup was. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then I was telling your dad about the location. That park was a great location to fly drones.
yeah, and it was great that we actually had the police department on
Yeah.
on board, so they knew we were flying there, so we didn't have to worry about complaining. You know, I made sure I made all the calls. We had actually found out that one of our sergeants is a drone racer, so he was happy to hear that we're safe. And
Yeah. Exactly. No, that's good. It's always good to clear it with the local PD. That's for sure. You know.
yeah,
Hey, Robbie. Robbie's in the house. How you doing, Robbie? Good to see you. Thank you for the compliment. And don't forget, everybody, Robbie is going on at 7 o'clock. He'll be on with Al. Don't forget to tune in. And I think tonight is the World Drone Community again, right, Robbie? Let everybody know in the chat. So, busy night. Mondays is a busy night, Nick, as
yeah,
far as live streams are concerned. You know.
Yeah, everybody's live tonight.
Yeah. So, but do you guys have any other meetups planned, or
Nothing
not
in
really?
particular, but I'd like to. There's one more spot in Vernon I'd like to point out and bring everybody to. It's a little bit. There's some high voltage power wires pretty close to it, so I have to go test that area first. But it's a nice overlook and right
Yep.
next to Mountain Creek ski resort. So it'd be fun to be able to take the drones and fly up the ski hills when people are skiing and stuff. So maybe we'll
Oh,
do
that would be awesome. I think that would be cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
we'll meet there and
Buzz the slopes.
yeah, I can put us right in this good spot to be able to come right down the slopes and everything.
So,
I
so
didn't even think of that. I didn't even think of that to go to like a ski resort if they would allow it. I know
get
you could
Max.
fly. What
You
was
know,
that, Tony?
get Max to chase the skiers.
Yeah, there you go, Max. You up for that? Yeah, definitely. You know, but Max is, he chases the cars with the car drifting, and I think that is so cool.
And I was just telling them in when their last live that I was building my first FPV home built. So I don't want to
Yeah,
crash JIPOS.
no, definitely not, definitely not. But yeah, Robbie's going to be on the World Drone Community tonight. Yeah, it's good. And there's the link for anybody who needs it. But anyway, we had a good crowd in the house, and again, I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to do the monthly giveaway contest now, and I have to say everybody is always in suspense of how we're going to do it for the Captain Ray Kelly hat. Usually numbers are being put in already, and um, or colors. I did start with the lucky color, you know, but I have since changed it where I I talk about one of my videos that I recently posted, and you really have to look at the video of the New Jersey meetup to know the answer to this question. What was the drone that Nicholas was flying when he flew? If anybody knows that drone, it was also on the Facebook page. So let's see if anybody. Yeah, okay, all right, okay. It's sort of an easy question, and a lot of people are getting the answer. And we talked about it already. I might have even mentioned it on the show tonight. And if people were paying attention, they would have got it. But it was the Exo drone. And Jerry Bauer, you got it first, I think, unless I missed it. And
It would
Jerry,
have been
your name
harder.
will go in the hat. And next week we'll do the drawing for the giveaway. So congratulations, Jerry. So Nick, I mean, your honest opinion now. What did you think of that Exo drone?
Honestly, for its size and it's not that expensive of a drone. I've taken it some really high wind. I've done some really good distance with it. I've flown an American Dream with it over their Ferris wheel and right next to the turnpike where it's really windy and gusty. And that little drone handles as well as my Mavic. I wouldn't take it up in any over 30 mile an hour, but for what it is, it's comparable to the DJI Mini 3.
Yeah, but again, who wants to fly in 30-mile-an-hour winds anyway, right?
Yeah,
But I was impressed when you
the
took off with that drone. I didn't know what to expect, and it handled the wind pretty good. Well, maybe it was the pilot. It was the pilot.
flying for 14 years. So
Okay. Yeah, we don't know too much about your history. When did you start flying drones?
I started flying probably 14 years ago by building my own drone using a Nintendo Wii controller parts. I ripped the guts out of it, and that was my flight controller, and used an old Arduino, and that was the first my first drone I built was a
Very, very cool. And
450.
I guess you learned a lot from your dad.
He learned it from me.
Nah, yeah, it was the other way
Oh,
around.
okay. All right, there you go. So
Remember the Favic?
that was good. That was good. And it's nice to
Favic?
see. What's that, Tony?
Flew the Favic. Do you remember the Favic at the meetup? It
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
fitted, right? That was my first drone.
Oh,
And
okay.
he sent me that. I shouldn't say my first drone. That was my first DJI drone.
Right,
I learned
right.
on toy drones. I share that with Tammy and Max. I probably had $1,000 in different toy drones, and Nick sent me that DJI, and you know
Yeah.
that's what I.
No, it's cool. Very, very cool. And it's great to see you flying drones with your son. And, the two of you are on the show tonight together. And, it's great to see that. So, and Al, I will check the winner again. I'll go over to make sure Jerry was number one, or apparently he wasn't, but we'll figure it all out. And the correct name will go in the hat for next week. But I want to say thank you to both of you for being on the show tonight. I know it's sort of a busy night, Halloween. But now, Tony, I wanted to talk about your Etsy store a little bit, but now would be the time for you to say goodbye and to promote it.
Well, I do have an Etsy store. I have some products for the DJI RC. I have stick protectors so you could leave your sticks on when you throw it in your bag. I also have the neck strap at lanyard attachment. They do come with lanyards. And I was asked to make the stick protectors for the RC Pro. And I do have a few of those left. I sold a whole bunch of those at the meetup. But they're there. I'm not sure what else I have available. But they're on the Etsy store. And the store name is Buy New Horizons. EY New Horizons. And
Well, I
Ray,
tell you, Tony, I love mine. I love it. I really do. It works great.
Ray, you'll probably be auctioning one of those off again from Florida soon.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I forgot to promote the South Florida Drone Meetup just to let everybody know. It's going to be on Saturday, April 1st, 2023 in Jensen Beach, Florida. It'll be our third annual. So please join us. It's free.
Number
And
41.
yeah, Tony's number 41. Yeah. So, but now, Nicholas, now it's your time to say your goodbyes or anything you want to talk about and promote.
I don't have too much to talk about, but thank you for having me on the show. And I'm starting to get more into this world and of the social media. I'm not too much into it, so my father's dragging me into that, like I dragged him into drones and 3D printing.
Well, it was good to have you on the show. And it was great meeting you both in person when I went to the New Jersey Drone Meetup with you guys, you know.
Hopefully have
And I hope to do it again in the near future, or at least when I get back from Florida in the springtime. So, and if you can, try to make it to the South Florida Drone Meetup. There's no doubt you'll have a good time. Last year we had over 100 pilots. So,
Good.
so that's it. And I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for watching the show tonight. Halloween, busy night, So now just remember, get out there and fly for fun. And we got a great show on the Fly for Fun show while I'm talking about that on Wednesday. We got the Drone Nation crew that's going to be joining us on the show on Wednesday. So, and don't forget to watch Drone Nation at 9 tonight. World Drone Community is going on right now. So I'm going to say goodnight. Good night, Tony. Good night, Nick. Good night, everybody in the chat. And we'll see you again next week, same time, same place. Good night, everybody.
Have a good night.